your head, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Texas Toast. Of course, I'm your host, Miss Helen, and we have a young lady on the episode today by the name of Kate Watson. Kate, I am just so happy and pleased that you could join us. You have the most beautiful voice, and I'm looking at your beautiful smile. It's so good to see you. So welcome to Texas Toast. We can't wait to get to know you. So I was looking at your background, and let's talk about your musical background growing up with your family.
Yeah, so my family has been musical for my entire life. I grew up watching my parents in a band travel all across Texas, playing these different shows. And that was like the coolest thing ever for me, because people would ask me, they'd say, "What do your parents do?" And I'm over here like, my parents are rock stars. What are yours? And that was me at 7 years old. I was a very proud 7-year-old, and I'm a very 21-year-old now. So, but they're the reasons that I wanted to do music, because I saw that. I didn't completely understand everything, like the business side, the whatever side. But at 7, I just saw that music was speaking to people, and I wanted to be able to do that. I wanted to reach people with music. And so, at 15, I was like, that is what I'm going to do starting now. I'm going to do the work, put in the time. I actually invested in myself. I worked about 4 to 5 jobs, like, babysitting, vocal lessons, cleaning houses, everything that I could to make this dream, make this thing happen. And then I took out a loan of $15,000. And then my parents, they from day one have told me, we know that this is what you're supposed to do, and we're going to help you in every way that we can. And so they have been such an amazing part of my story and everything that I'm doing. I could not have asked for better parents.
And I know they have to be so proud of you. Now your dad's name is Jesse, and it's so ironic. My daddy's name was Jesse.
Oh.
Yes. And so he's a Christian singer-songwriter.
Yes. He writes his own music at Lone Star Cowboy Church.
Yes.
Worship director now, which is the largest cowboy church in the entire world. And I actually get to help lead worship there. But he and the band, we all write together and come out. We came out with our first album, I believe, last year for the church, and we're working on the second one.
Oh, I listened to that. The praise and worship was amazing, just amazing. I've added it into my, I'll be listening to that even more. I was so happy to run across the inspirational songs as well. So, and speaking of the Lone Star Cowboy Church, you have a connection there with Parker McCullum.
Yes. So during Corona, COVID, whatever you want to call it, so, everything was slow for everybody, and we had just started getting back into worship, and like people showing up is what I mean. And so what I did not know was that Parker McCullum's uncle goes to my church, and every week he was sending videos of me to Parker saying, "You need to meet this girl. You need to see her," and whatever. And so one Sunday morning, Parker McCullum shows up, and I had no idea. I of worship, in the service and everything. He comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, my name's Parker McCullum." I'm sitting there thinking, "Yeah, I know who you are." And he was like, "I just want to say, I don't do this whole church thing, but you made me feel something today. And I believe in you. I believe in what you're doing. I want to hear more about it, and I want to help you get to the top." And so he spent hours on the phone with me and my family for a good, solid, whatever few weeks to help me set up with radio, set up with all these different things that are my next steps in my career. So he's been amazing. Love Parker McCullum. And oh my goodness, he's so talented. But
what a great connection there. That's an amazing story. So you also did the American Idol thing. I got to hear about what led you to go to American Idol and how did that go?
Okay, 2019, I was on American Idol, and it was the craziest thing. My vocal coach, who taught Demi Lovato, Beyonce's sister, Pentatonics dude,
Maddie and Tay also.
Yes, yes, and he has a connection with one of the producers, and
okay,
said he was like, "Hey, do you have anyone that you would recommend to do a private audition?" And my vocal coach was like, "Yeah." Sent me, did the whole private audition. They gave me a gold paper. And then I went to Denver, Colorado for the like official TV audition. And it was cold. They made it outside in the cold Denver air from 14 to 16 hours. And I was like, go. Yeah, I was just like, when I first got there, I was so nervous, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be in front of Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan. This is gonna be crazy. And after 14 to 16 hours, the nervousness just goes away. You're just like, I'm here, y'all. I've had like 6 cups of coffee. We're doing this thing, okay? And so I walked in there. And I was like, well, I'm here to do what I'm going to do. And so I was like, what's up, y'all? My name is Kate Watson, and I just years old. And Katy Perry right off the bat starts roasting me, like hardcore. She's like, why are you trying to rush it? What's this? What's that? And I was like, oh no, what did I do? Well, she was just messing with me, and it was so funny. Which, if you looked at all their faces, because by this point it's like 10 o'clock at night, and they're all sitting there like, we're hear you, but we're really tired. And I'm like, I feel that. You just need more coffee. That's all it is. And so Lionel Richie told me afterwards, because initially they all were like, yes, you're going voting. And then Lionel Richie was the last one to go. And he said, Kate, I think you could win this whole thing, and I believe in you. And hey, come here. Hey, come here. Here, you guys need to meet my dog.
Yes, I love it.
This is Austin.
What?
You're okay. He got excited.
That's okay.
But Lionel Richie said, Kate, I believe in you. I think you could win this whole thing, and you're going to Hollywood. And I was like, I couldn't even believe it. I think the adrenaline was just going from the coffee, the everything. And I cried my way off that stage. And I'm not someone who really just like cries. Then I got sent to Hollywood Week, which was obviously in Hollywood. And that was one of the hardest weeks of my entire life. They're trying to break you in every way possible. They're making sure that you don't get like the best sleep, that you don't get like all the meals at the normal times. And so I'm like, I remember my family came, and they give you a time at night where you can go with your family if you want, where you're away from cameras, you're away from everything. And I remember I went, and I just bawled my eyes out. I just let everything out, and I pulled myself together. I went back, and I was like, I'm ready for the next part, trying to set yourself up so that they weren't going to break me. I was not going to let that happen. And so I got to watch every single person perform on the stage. And I remember thinking, it's like, man, I've never been so intimidated in my life, because there were so many talented people there that it makes you like start to like shake a little bit on the inside. It's like, ooh, like brings you down a few notches. And so then it was my turn. I'm backstage. I'm getting ready. They do this thing where they like set you up in front of a camera and you have 5 seconds. How do you feel? You say how you feel. They shove a mic in your face and you go on stage. And of course, once they get to me, the cameraman accidentally made a joke. And I like everyone starts laughing. I'm laughing so hard. And they shove a mic in front of my face. Every single person in the audience heard me laughing. And I'm just like, well, I gotta own it. So I start like dancing my way on the stage. And Katy Perry's like, oh yeah. She stands up, starts dancing. And then they asked me, what song are you gonna sing? And I looked at Lionel and I said, I'm singing your song by you. Hello.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, I said, you're the one who said initially that you believed in me and that you like brought me here. And so I want to sing your song. And he looked at me, he said, this could be really bad or really good. And I said, well, it's go big or go home. And so I sang, and they're not supposed to say anything after you sing on that part of the round. And he stood up, gave me a standing ovation, and gave me the biggest smile I've ever seen in my life. And again, I found myself bawling, crying.
Oh.
And I'm like, what is wrong with me? So, and I got sent home after that week. But it was such an honor, such a privilege, and like that was a dream come true for me, especially Lionel Richie. I grew up on Lionel Richie. My dad's, one of his favorite people was him, and so that was like the coolest thing ever.
That's an amazing story. It's like just thinking about you staying in the cold, thinking I'm here for to sing. But yet it was almost like it turned into another reality show like Survivor or Fear Factor or something. It's like, that's insane. So, well, you are definitely making some strides. You've got a new single out. Now, you did have an earlier release, I Can Feel You Breathe, which is beautiful because everything you sing is absolutely beautiful with that voice that you have. And, but let's talk about Red Lipstick and a Cowboy Hat, which actually I previewed last week or week before last here on our podcast. We have Texas on Tap where we do a chart wrap and look at new music coming up. And the first thing I said was, well, that the SASS in it. So I want to hear the story from you. I've read the backstory. I kind of know a little bit, but the song is absolutely amazing. You nailed it. But tell everybody the story about Red Lipstick and a Cowboy Hat.
So growing up, I actually, I was bullied pretty bad. I've moved now 14 times in my entire life. And moving that many times, you have to start over every time. And I was the easy target. I was the whatever, but I was also just a shy person. I had a hard time standing up for myself. And it's also hard to stand up for yourself whenever you don't quite know exactly who you are yet or what you stand for. You're still figuring out life and everything. And so the song, I know some people are like, they're like freaking out and they're like, why are you talking about stealing someone's man? And I'm like, no. I said, if you take a second to really look at the words, look at the song, it's saying that is what those people, those girls, those whatever bullies, they did to me. Those are the things that they tried to steal anyone from me or, tell me that I was worthless, that I was fat, that I was ugly, all these different things. And the thing is, I'm choosing, yes, I could do that. And I could stoop to their level, but I'm choosing forgiveness. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing light. I'm choosing to be better than that. Mm-hmm. And So that is what the song is about. It comes from just a very special place for me, and I am a very sassy person. So I'm like, all you people, you thought like I'm coming back, y'all. I'm Kate Watson.
Yes, it's so funny because that was the words that because Kyle and I do that when we do those particular episodes together, and the first thing out of my mouth was sassy. So it's a great one, and you have a video for the song as well.
Yes, we just shot that at Cleveland High School, where my mom works. I actually got to do a big show for them, for all the kids that were good, and all that different stuff. And so they were like, yes, absolutely, you can shoot it here. And so it was a really cool thing to get to do, and we had a great team behind us. And I found out that the person who shot the video, SASS, he's amazing. And he actually made nothing for the video, not a cent. He gave everything he had to bring the crew, the lighting, the whatever, to make sure that it was perfect. And so there's just a lot of love, a lot of people who believe in everything in this video. And I guess that's also why it's so special to me. And red lipstick and a cowboy hat, that's kind of my brand. You will see me at every single show with my bright red lipstick and my cowboy hat. So,
well, it's beautiful. You're beautiful. No matter what you have on right now, you look adorable and beautiful.
thank you.
So let's talk about the future. What would you like as far as music projects up and coming? What do you have coming for us?
So I have a lot of new music. I have one that I'm about to release in about a month called Highway. It's just one of those like vibe songs, like hop in the truck, buckle up, headed down the back road.
Oh, I love it.
And my mom, she kept changing the words to this song. She kept hop in the truck, pickup truck. I'm like, where's the pickup truck? What are we talking about? I'm like, girl, you can't say that because during the show, I'm going to end up singing it myself. But a lot of new music, a lot of new venues, new shows. I'm playing 3 to 7 shows every single week. So I am everywhere. I'm in Austin, San Antonio, Oklahoma, New Braunfels, Houston, everywhere. So I'm trying to think what else. I mean, honestly, there's some big things in the works. It's just a matter of like getting all the details. And so I don't want to get too much for it, like, set in stone happening. So.
Right. Well, I can only imagine what's going on because, and of course, I did want to mention too that you debuted at 79 on the Texas Country Music Chart with Cowboy Hat, Red Lipstick and Cowboy Hat. Yeah, so it's moving on up.
Yes. And
yes.
The best thing ever. Okay, I found out. Jen, my radio promoter,
Yes.
called, and she and my manager Chuck, and they're like, "We have to tell you something." And I'm like, "What?" And this is right after we released the song. They said, Red Lipstick and a Cowboy Hat broke the internet. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And they said that the link that they sent out, that so many people downloaded it at the same time that it overloaded the link in Dropbox. And so my song officially broke the internet.
Wow, that is awesome. Congratulations on that. Wow. Well, I think that's any indication it might shoot up to number 1. We're going to keep an eye on it. And thank you so much for joining us. And you're just a jewel. You're just precious. And you're just gifting us with so much good music already. And I can't wait to hear the future stuff. So thank you so much, Kate Watson. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about you, get in contact, start joining your social media?
Y'all can go to @KateWatsonMusic on all social media platforms. My website is thekatewatson.com. And for all my people, please go watch the music video for Red Lipstick and a Cowboy Hat, my new single, and go listen to it, y'all. It is a piece of me that I'm so happy and blessed to get to share with you guys. So yes. Thank you so much, Helen, for having me.
Thank you, Kate.
And we With a heavy tongue, she knew where I was from. As she left, I dared to say, well, you can go to hell. Hell, I'll go to Texas. I've had my fill of every place but home.